Have you ever wondered what truly lurks behind the glossy menus and inviting smells of your favorite fast food joint? Fast food, a global phenomenon, has seduced our taste buds with its quick, convenient, and oh-so-tasty delights. From the bustling cities of America to the small towns of Asia, the golden arches of fast food chains have become a universal symbol of instant gratification. It's an easy escape from the daily grind, an indulgence we justify with the hustle and bustle of our lives. Yet as we bite into our juicy burgers and crispy fries, we rarely pause to think about what we are truly consuming. There's a darkness that shrouds the world of fast food, a shadowy realm that's kept hidden from our view. The truth is far more unsettling than you might imagine. But beneath the allure of quick bites and tasty treats, there's a chilling tale that many are oblivious to. Our story begins at a typical fast food restaurant, bustling with hungry customers. The restaurant was a symphony of life, an orchestra of sounds that painted a picture of a busy evening. The sizzle of the grill was the percussion, keeping a rhythm that echoed the fast-paced nature of the place. Laughter and conversation were the strings, forming a harmonious melody, while the occasional beep of the cash register chimed in like a well-placed wind instrument. The smell was an intoxicating blend of fried food, a tantalizing promise of what was to come. It filled the air, mingling with the crisp scent of freshly brewed coffee and the warm aroma of baking bread. The combination was irresistible, a lure that had customers flocking to the counter, their mouths watering in anticipation. Visually, the place was a riot of colors. The bright reds and yellows of the restaurant's decor popped against the stark white of the tiles. The overhead lights shone brightly, illuminating the scene and casting long, dancing shadows that seemed to have a life of their own. But beneath this cheerful facade, a sense of unease was slowly creeping in, like a dark cloud on a sunny day. The laughter was a bit too loud, the smiles a bit too forced. The clatter of dishes and silverware against the counter seemed to echo ominously, and the sizzle of the grill was suddenly less comforting and more sinister. Even the smell, once so enticing, now had a strange undertone, a hint of something not quite right. The vivid colors of the restaurant took on a harsh, glaring quality, as if trying to distract from something lurking in the shadows. This was a place of comfort, a haven for those seeking solace in the familiar taste of fast food. But as the evening wore on, that comfort would be shattered, replaced by a chilling realization. Little did the customers know, they were in for a night they will never forget. Amidst the laughter and chatter, an eerie silence fell over the restaurant. It happened so abruptly, like a chilling wind gusting through an otherwise warm summer day. A moment ago, the air was filled with the comforting aroma of burgers and fries. Now it was laced with a cold dread that hung heavy, suffocating the room's once jovial mood. In the heart of the restaurant, a customer had pushed away from their meal, their face going ashen. They had discovered something in their food that was not meant to be there, something horrifying enough to drain the color from their cheeks and freeze their blood in their veins. The discovery was, at first, kept under wraps, the specific details whispered in hushed tones. But as the whispers grew louder, the fear began to spread, infectious and potent. The patrons, once happily munching on their fast food, now eyed their meals with suspicion and trepidation. The laughter died down, replaced by a thick, tense silence. The restaurant staff, caught off guard and unsure of how to react, fumbled for answers. The manager, a sturdy man who had seen his fair share of unruly customers, was now pale and shaken, his confident demeanor shattered. He tried to regain control of the situation, but the fear was palpable, an unseen entity that had taken over the restaurant. One by one, the patrons began to stand, their meals forgotten, their appetites lost. The horrifying discovery had not only tainted the food, but it had also tainted the trust and comfort that the restaurant had once provided. The fast food joint, once a haven for hungry souls, was now a house of horror. As the panic escalated, the restaurant descended into chaos. The once orderly establishment was now a whirlwind of fear and confusion. An everyday meal had turned into a nightmare, a happy outing into a horrifying ordeal. The once lively restaurant was now a scene of pure horror. As the truth unraveled, the horror only deepened. In the wake of the incident, authorities descended upon the restaurant, their eyes trained on uncovering the mysteries concealed within. As their investigation burrowed deeper, the secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface of this seemingly ordinary fast food joint began to emerge, each one more shocking than the last. The first revelation was about the restaurant's food sourcing. The meat, which was the main ingredient in their popular dishes, didn't come from the reputed farms they claimed. Instead, it was sourced from dubious suppliers with questionable practices. Suppliers who had no qualms about compromising quality for profit. Their meat was not only low grade but had also been linked to numerous health issues, but the terror didn't stop there. The preparation practices were equally appalling. The kitchen, a place where food was supposed to be prepared with care and hygiene, was found to be a breeding ground for filth and bacteria. The scene was ghastly, with unsanitary conditions that could make even the bravest soul shudder. Furthermore, the employees were untrained and ignorant about basic food safety protocols. Their practices were not just negligent, but downright dangerous. They handled food with unwashed hands, cooked meals at improper temperatures, and even reused expired ingredients, all in the name of speed and efficiency. And the most horrifying secret of all? The management was aware of these practices. They turned a blind eye, valuing profits over the health and safety of their patrons. These revelations sent shockwaves through the community. The restaurant, once a beloved pit stop for a quick meal, was now seen in a new, terrifying light. The patrons, who had once lined up for the taste of their favorite meals, were now filled with a sense of dread at the mere sight of the joint. The truth of what had been happening behind the closed doors of the restaurant was a stark reminder of the unseen dangers lurking in the most unexpected places. The patrons, once fans of the fast food joint, were left traumatized and shaken. The incident sent shockwaves throughout the community, forcing everyone to question their fast food choices. The once bustling fast food joints now stood eerily silent, their neon signs flickering in the shadows. The places that were once filled with the sounds of laughter and the aroma of sizzling burgers now echoed with the chilling whispers of the horrifying discovery. The community was shaken to its core. Friends and families huddled together, discussing in hushed voices the dark secrets that had been revealed. The trust that was once placed, without a second thought, in these fast food establishments was shattered. The perception of quick, tasty meals was forever tainted by the gruesome reality that had unfolded. Parents started packing lunches for their kids, trading the convenience of fast food for the safety of home-cooked meals. Teenagers, who once flocked to these joints for their after-school hangouts, now gathered in parks and homes, their appetites quelled by the horror of the incident. The fast food industry, which had thrived on the community's need for quick meals, found itself struggling to regain the trust of its customers. Yet, amidst the fear and the shock, something remarkable began to happen. The community started to band together, united by the shared experience. Neighborhood potlucks became the norm, with families coming together to share meals. The local farmers market saw a surge in customers, as people started to prioritize fresh, locally sourced food over the dubious convenience of fast food. This, dear friends, is where our call to action begins. It's time for us to rethink our relationship with fast food. It's time to question the convenience that comes at the expense of our health, our environment, and as we've seen, sometimes even our safety. It's time to educate ourselves about what goes into our food, where it comes from, and how it's prepared. It's time to support our local farmers and small businesses, to choose fresh, wholesome foods over processed, fast food options. It's time to cook more at home, to involve our kids in the process, to teach them the value of good nutrition. We're not saying give up on fast food completely, we're saying be mindful, be aware. Don't let convenience blind you to potential dangers. Ask questions, demand transparency. Because, at the end of the day, it's not just about food. It's about our health, our well-being, and our lives. This incident has been a wake-up call, a chilling reminder of the unseen dangers that could lurk beneath the surface of our everyday choices. And it's up to us to heed that call, to make the necessary changes, to ensure that such horrors remain confined to the realm of fiction, not reality. Remember, the next time you're tempted by the convenience of fast food, think twice. You never know what horrors might be lurking beneath that delicious exterior.